That hey guys, just for those that I don't know or don't know me, my name is Malik. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called Conversion Monster, which is an ISA company helping agents with online leads. And additionally, I'm also a real estate agent, team leader. I have a team in Chicago that I still run, and for better or for worse, I've been around internet leads for 20 plus years now. I actually started in the business way back when as a mortgage banker working on lending tree leads. So unlike many of you, I've actually built my entire business over years and years and years and years with internet leads. So I understand them. I've been around them for a very long time. I've converted them and I've made an entire business out of them, which is part of the reason that I started Conversion Monster, so I could help other agents convert leads and leverage themselves as well. So, but today I am here not just as the CEO and co-founder of Conversion Monster, but as an agent who is deeply passionate about the transformative power of online leads. So today I have the privilege of unveiling a game-changing tool that I created, which has the potential to change the way you approach your real estate business. The power of online leads can be the key to unlocking unprecedented opportunities for your business. However, as we all know, that journey from leads to conversions has often been challenging and elusive. So that's precisely why we're here today. I've developed a powerful Excel calculator that will hopefully reshape the way you view internet leads and, more importantly, how you scale your business. This tool is just not a calculator, it should be a compass for you for the coming months and years. And over the course of the presentation, I'm going to walk you through the insights the calculator provides. And it's not just about crunching numbers. It's about optimizing your strategies and achieving unprecedented growth. And I'm really happy for those of you guys that are joining this webinar, because I know there's a lot of times you join webinars and there's a lot of fluff and, and it's, you may not get as much out of it. And I think you're going to get a lot out of this one. So stay with me. There is a little math, and it's not the most user-friendly. It's an Excel spreadsheet, which we are going to have a much more user-friendly version of this. It's being coded by our developers, but I'm just going to give you sort of a peek behind the screen, so you can see the actual spreadsheet. And then again, I've gotten feedback that people are like, you got a more user-friendly version of this. So we're having our developers code it, and I'll give you a sneak peek of what that looks like. It's almost finished, and we'll be able to send you guys a copy if you want. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, you guys all see that spreadsheet? Okay. All right, cool. So what I want to take you guys through is basically what we're going to start with is what agents normally do when it comes to online leads, what they do with internet leads when they first sign up for leads. Okay. I want to give you a little bit of information, a little bit of a reality check as far as expectations are concerned, and then show you what we have discovered and really the strategies that you can employ that will provide you with triple digit really ROI and potential for six-figure profit. Now, for some of you guys that are solo agents, that's going to look different than if you're a team or a team leader or a market center or a brokerage. But we'll go through both examples, and I'm going to go kind of fast because I know our time is limited here. But again, you'll get a copy of the calculator. You'll be able to play with it and plug in your own numbers to see how this all pans out. So let's run through this. So what we did is I've broken this down into the initial 6 months when you're first starting with online leads. Then we're breaking it down into after your ramp up period, your first 12 months after that. And then the third category is your next 12 months after that. So basically from day 1 to month 30, right? And what does that look like over the course of 2.5 years? And I think what you're going to find is pretty staggering difference in results. So let's start with this. Over here, I wrote NAR has stated that internet lead conversion rates are between 0.4 and 1.2% on average. Okay. And actually, when I was showing this to Matt, I even started with a conversion rate of 0.4 over here. I went even a touch lower just to show you guys, right? So you can look at these numbers and not think that they're unrealistic. I went even more conservative than NAR. Okay, so let's start off with what the normal agent or normal team or normal person does when they sign up for online leads. What they generally do is they pick a package, 50 leads a month, 100 leads a month, 150 leads a month, and they just stay with it. Okay, that's what they're getting. It can be at times a bit of an afterthought. It's just like, I've got 100 leads a month, I'm just sticking with that. And what we have discovered, what I'm going to show you is, if you double down on your leads at specific inflection points, you dramatically change your profitability, well, your income, your profitability, and your ROI. Okay, so let's dive into this, and you know, let us know if something's not making any sense along the way, and then Richard can chime in here. So we're starting with the first 6 months. Like I said, most agents are getting 100 leads a month. And what I did here is I put in a conservative conversion rate, 0.35 of 1%. Okay. The average home price in America fluctuates a little bit. It's up again. It's probably higher now than 425. The new reports just came out, but I put the average home price at 425,000. I put a commission rate of 2.75%. We have to be careful not to call that an average commission rate anymore, right? So it's somewhere in this ballpark of, and we'll address that later, 2.75 commission rate. And then this one is for a team leader. So if you're a team leader, or you've got a split with your team, or even if you're just on a 50-50 split, then this is what your gross income is going to be. Okay. So this first breakdown is your income. The second breakdown here is your expenses. So 100 leads a month, I'm putting an average of $10 per lead for Google PPC. When I've talked to Matt and Sync, that's actually lower. It's $8, and we'll plug that in as well. If you're using Conversion Monster as your ISA company, then this will fluctuate too, but ballpark about $7 a lead. And then you have CRM costs. So in this example, we're using Sync, you know, ballpark around $1,500, $1,400, you know, dollars a month. And that gives you your gross expenses of $3,200. Okay. So what are we going to see here? Here's the reality check, guys. Look at your monthly net income, look at your first 6 months, and look at your ROI. That is the thing that almost all agents miss, because they have these very lofty expectations when they sign up for internet leads, that it's just going to happen very quickly. You know, they're going to sign up, they're going to get some things under contract, they're going to close very quickly, and they're going to be off to the races. And while that can happen, sure, you're going to have those people that call in, there's a cash deal and they need to write, and certainly, but we're playing the averages here. And the averages are saying your first 6 months, just like it was in sales, is a ramp up period. Now, why most agents fail with internet leads is this. The reality of those first 6 months, I'm taking you down right here. The reality of those first 6 months are they're not planning for that runway. They're not planning for those first 4 months of potentially from the first time they get a lead to their first closings. They're not planning their expenses properly. I think, you know, many agents and teams, we see it all the time. They just have very lofty expectations, right? They're very optimistic about what's going to happen. And the reality is the averages aren't playing in that favor. And so you have to plan, you have to have enough runway to cover your investment for those first 6 months. So I wouldn't plan on a closing if I were you in those first 4 months. Okay. And then by month 5, this is your first, if I go back up here, this is basically your first closing, right? You got one closing right here. So in month 5, your first closing comes in. And by month 6, you've got 2 closings, right? So this example, based on a 0.35% conversion rate in your first 6 months, assumes that you've got 3 closings. And I'm just being, again, I'm here as an agent, educating you guys, right? Like, your net loss in those first 6 months could be $7,000 on those 100 leads. Okay. So you've got to plan for that. And that seems scary at first, right? Like, it seems like, oh, that's a scary number. I don't want to lose $7,000. Of course, no one does.
Yeah.
You're not here. we're not here to get rich quick. We're building a business.
One thing I would add to that too, Rose, that this seems to be the reason why so many people are eager to jump into the aggregator pay after close model with Zillow Flex, right? They say, oh, it doesn't cost me anything up front, right? And I've got a slide later that will walk through how difficult it is to actually scale that model versus scaling the SEM model, like you and I are talking about, the cost per lead model. But exactly spot on. That's what we see, right? People are oftentimes eager to jump into those, not realizing that they possibly are going to scale themselves out of business in a couple of years. So,
right. Yeah, great point, Matt. And we discussed that before too, which is I look forward to that. So now let's move. I'm gonna move a little faster in the essence of time, but assuming you understood that what we just ran through in those first 6 months, now we're gonna look at your first full year after that ramp up period. Okay, so this is like your next 12 months.